Hi guys, we're back again with another video. Today I'm here with my two sons, my first son and my second son. This is
Jotham
and
Joey.
yeah. So today we have a simple topic we want to discuss. We want to talk about our cultural shocks. Like we came from Ghana, we relocated from Ghana to the United Kingdom, and obviously we've had some cultural shocks because this is not where we come from, this is not where we were born. So we want to talk about some of the cultural shocks we have encountered. We've been here for about close to 2 years now, so we want to talk about some of the cultural shocks with my kids. Really not about me, but I want them to point out their opinions about how they felt and the shocks they encountered so far. So, what cultural shocks have you encountered since you came? Maybe we'll start from school, right? Because you spend most of your time in school. So, Kofi, when it comes to school, what's the difference? What are the things that are different back home and different here? Or things that you're like, wow, that's not how it was back home. Wow, it's different here.
They don't give us a lot of homework because in Ghana, they give us three different books, one for maths, one for English, and one for science. But in the UK, they give us English and maths in one book.
No, really, that's homework. That's homework.
Yeah, homework.
And you?
So, the homework, they normally give us a bit of maths, then next they start giving us English.
Does it mean back home you had less homework to bring home, or you had more homework when you were in Ghana?
More homework.
More homework. And what times do they give you your homework when you as you're here?
Every Monday, and then we bring it back on Fridays.
And you?
Every Monday and we bring it back on Fridays.
Alright, so it means that homework is less in the United Kingdom and it's plenty in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
And what else? How about your breaks? How's your break like?
So in the morning and lunchtime we get longer breaks, and we sometimes play outside before we have lunch.
Okay. And then?
On lunchtime we have more longer breaks, and when they are tying up the stuff, we can like play hide and seek or like tag or something.
And what happens back home in Ghana? How was your break like?
They just
Shorter.
yeah.
It was short.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so your break time was shorter back home and it's longer here and more flexible. Alright, that's cool. So, and then what else?
And if you're not doing good in class and you're not paying attention, they have like these traffic lights. So if you move your name to green, that means a warning. If you're on amber, it's 5 minutes on the wall or break, and if you're on red, you get 10 minutes on the wall.
Really?
Or you sometimes miss your whole break.
So, are you caned?
No,
No canes.
but do that in Ghana.
So, how are you punished back home in Ghana?
They use canes.
Oh, but here you people go scot-free. You normally face the wall.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Okay.
We just
No, like we stand like on the wall.
Okay. And you just stand on the wall.
Yeah, stand.
That's when they do something wrong. Abby. Okay. Oh, and then what else?
So we don't eat like normal like food that we eat in Ghana. We don't eat it in school. We eat different kind of food.
Okay, so first of all, when you're in Ghana, how was your food like? Were you eating in school or you were taking food to school?
Taking food to school.
taking food to school.
That was in Ghana.
Yeah, in Ghana.
So the different thing here is you eat in school.
Yeah, we eat in school.
Okay. All right. Okay, and then what else?
So we're going to talk about distance from home and school. So home is much closer to school, but Ghana was a little bit close.
A little bit close or far? It's far, isn't it? Because you need to take a car.
Yeah, far.
Okay.
And sometimes we can ride our scooters to school.
But
Or
you
some-
couldn't do that in Ghana. But anyway, it's not for everybody. Even in Ghana, some people have their schools close to their house. But it's just that in the UK, it's a system here that schools should be within some meters from house to school. You shouldn't live so far from your school, right?
Yeah.
So this place is such a way that they are able to walk to school if they can, because it's not really much of a distance. Maybe some people might have to take a car, but most people live close to their schools. Most kids live close to their schools, right?
And also we have a library in school. So every Wednesday we change our reading books, and we read at home, and then every parent has to make sure we read at home and send in our reading records and take them back to school.
Yeah, same with you, right? You need to, but that wasn't very common back home in Ghana. Back home, it was more of your homework, what your teacher has taught you during the day, and then they'll give you homework to bring home. But here, you guys normally bring your storybooks, your reading books, and then you read to your parents. Your parent listens to you read, make some corrections here and there, and then you sign in your reading record that you've read your books, right? So that's something different. So it's not actually, all of them are not really shocks. It's just the differences between the UK and Ghana, how you've experienced things here in Ghana, right? It's okay, what about the houses?
So the inside of the house is like some of the parts are made out of wood and some are made out of bricks.
Yeah, but back home in Ghana, our buildings are made from what? Cement, right? Yeah, most of the houses.
Stones and some stone.
Yeah, so the houses here are mostly like wood, sort of. The interior is like wood, and the outside mostly look like they use bricks, right? Yeah. And then, how about the traffic lights here?
Yeah.
What do you
So-
think about the traffic lights, especially when you want to cross the road?
So there's like buttons that you press on the
The traffic light.
Yeah. and then it tells the cars to stop, and then so you can go past the cars.
That's when you can
cross
cross the road. So you can cross the road without having to run or anything, or be fearful of whether a car is going to hit you, because once you press it, what happens
The cars stop.
The traffic light turns red, and
for the cars?
yeah, and like there's a person walking like on the sign, so when the cars stop, then to turn green.
For those walking.
Yeah.
And then you can walk majestically, and when you're done walking to the other side, then the cars can pass, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Because back home in Ghana, what happens when you want to
You
cross
just
the road?
have to
You
run.
have to look
You
left
run for your
right.
dear life,
and cross the road.
right? So it's different here. So it's much safer on the roads here, right? Because the traffic light is not meant for only the vehicles. There's also something to control pedestrians, right? Cool. That's a different thing. And what else? What different thing have you seen here that you don't normally see in Ghana?
So
Oh.
so the pets.
Pets.
Yeah. So in Ghana, usually some dogs and cats are like walking on the road, but in the UK, they keep the pets in the house, the houses, and also in Ghana, we didn't used to walk dogs, but in the UK they walk dogs.
Yeah, you see people walking their dogs. Joey, do you see cats or do you see dogs walking without their owners in the UK?
Yeah,
Without their owners?
Yeah.
No. Have you ever seen a dog walking without its owner?
In the UK,
No. There's always someone walking their dog, right? But in Ghana, what do you see? You can see a dog just walking around anyhow. You will not even see who is the owner of that dog. All right. So what next is on your mind? What different thing do you see here that it's different from Ghana?
Money.
Money. What's up with money?
It's also cards that you used to pay.
Cards. Oh, that's true, right?
Yeah.
We use more of the cards to pay when we go to the supermarket, when we are getting on the bus. Most of the transactions is made with cards. But back home in Ghana, what did we used to do?
Use money.
Cash.
Money.
Yeah, that's true. So there's less handling of cash here, right? And then what else?
And carrier bags. So in the shops, when you need a carrier bag, you need to get one from the shop. But in Ghana, when you're buying what you need, they give you carrier bag
For free.
Yeah, for free.
So it means that here, what do? You need to
Pay.
You need to pay for carrier bags. You can't just go in the shop and say, "Can I have a carrier bag for my things?" Nope. You're going to buy. So what do you normally see people do when they go to the shops?
Bring their own carrier bag.
Exactly, right? Because we don't want to be buying carrier bags all the time. And what do you think that's for the environment? People don't litter around anyhow, right? Because back home we see a lot of polythene bags on the floor because people don't really care about how they get it. But here we buy them, so we try our best to keep them so that anytime we are going to the supermarket, we do what? We take it. Yeah, so that's one different thing between living in Ghana and then living in the UK. And then what else?
Church.
Oh, church. What happens in church? What's the difference between church here and church in Ghana?
So in the churches in the UK, we don't really spend that much time in church, but in Ghana, we use a lot of time.
Yeah, that's true. Here in the UK, money is time. So when we go to church, everything is done within time. There's no wasting of time. If church service is supposed to start at 9 o'clock, it is starting at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to end at 10:30, it is ending at 10:30. We don't go there and then they'll be saying announcements days and this one is doing that, and by the time you realize we've spent 3 hours in church. But here, church service is done within the specified time, right? And that's a cool thing, right? We don't waste too much time. Okay, how about the movement in the UK? What is the most popular movement, or what method of transportation is mostly used here in the UK? Buses. Well, there are a lot of cars here too, but we see that the bus system here is great, right? Because when you're moving from one point to another, you can easily get a bus to take you to where you're going, right?
And
do you normally see that in Ghana? We use buses in Ghana too, don't we?
Yeah.
But it's not as systematic as it is over here. Like this place, you go to the bus stop, they tell you the bus is coming at 9:30. Best believe 9:30, 9:31, the bus will be there, right? So, but in Ghana, you need to go to the station, get your bus. You are not guaranteed what time that bus is taking off. That bus is taking off unless full. If it's not full, it ain't going nowhere. So
and also we drive on different sides of the road.
Wow, that's true. That's true. So the driver is on which side? The right side, and the passenger is on the left side. Okay, so that's.
And the paths are like the left part is supposed to go forward, the other side is supposed to go back.
Yeah, it goes in a different direction. We are forgetting something very, very obvious in this UK. Something very different.
The weather.
Thank you. Now, how is the weather in the UK?
Very cold.
Well, most of the time, right? We have winter and summer mainly. We have 4 seasons in the UK. So we can start from winter. So from winter we move to
Spring.
spring, and then we
Where's
move
spring?
to
Summer.
summer, and then from summer we move to
Autumn.
Yeah.
Halloween.
So right now we are in spring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the time the UK is what?
Wow.
Cold.
What?
It's cold, man.
Oh,
Ain't it?
in it.
In it.
Yeah, the weather is normally cold here. If it's not cold, it's drizzling. Once in a while, we get the sun, right? So we're all looking forward to the sun. But in Ghana, how is the weather like?
Hot.
Yeah, it's hot, warm, yeah. But so which one do you prefer? Which weather do you prefer?
Summer.
Is it the Ghana weather or the UK weather?
UK weather.
You like the UK weather? That's weird.
No, the Ghana weather.
The
Actually,
Ghana weather is cool,
actually,
man.
Yeah.
Actually,
And also,
I changed my mind.
and also in the winter, it gets dark early, but in the summer and spring, it like
It takes long.
when
before
it's
it-
9 o'clock, the sun is still out.
I'm telling you, because for instance, it's still bright. And what time is it? It's 6.
6.
Okay, it's normal. But if it was in the winter, by now it will be dark. Like from 3-4 o'clock, it's already getting dark, right?
Yes.
So, and then what else?
Electricity.
Electricity. How is electricity in the UK?
Good.
There is always electricity, right?
And it doesn't get light off.
No, that's what we're talking about. Give me 5. Yeah. In the UK, we don't have power outage. And that's a plus, right?
Yeah.
But what do you experience in Ghana sometimes?
Always light off something.
And in the night, we're all scared. And the horrible thing is, when it rains in the night, and like these books.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
flies,
those books.
so we have to keep our lights off, and then if there's no light, they die on the ground.
Which one? Back home in Ghana?
Yeah, back home in Ghana.
Oh, you're talking about those bugs, those insects that come when it rains really hard
Yeah.
in Ghana in the nights. Yeah, that's true. You don't miss those bugs too. But then there are long daddy legs in UK.
Oh!
During the autumn, there's this. How describe the long daddy legs? How do they look like?
They have long legs,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, Joey calls them skinny because they look skinny.
They look skinny like Joey.
No!
Yeah. All right, Joey, can you step forward? Okay. Maybe I'll talk about the last thing, because the most important thing for me is food. Now,
Ooh.
the food in UK, yeah, I prefer the food back home in Ghana because that's what I'm used to. My wache, my
Wache.
gobe, my fufu. It's not like I cannot get these foods here. I can prepare them. But you know that thing of going to the roadside to buy wache or banku and tilapia or kenke with pepper and shito or
Fried
gobe, pork and chips.
Oh.
With green pepper.
With green
The
peppers.
red pepper.
I know, right? I miss that. Now, do you see people selling food on the roadside in the UK?
No.
It's boring, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because here, when you go to the restaurant, it's always classy and all of that. And the most common, easiest food ready to go food you can get here is
It's burger.
fish and chips, chicken and chips, burger,
Pizza.
We miss our roadside
Pepperoni.
food in Ghana, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we miss that a lot. So yeah, those are some of the things. Not really cultural shocks. Well, some of them were cultural shocks, like the weather, right? But there are, should I say, differences. Like you see it clearly that these are different back home in Ghana from how it is here. And at the end of the day, which one will you choose? Ghana for me and UK. Which one is your favorite?
UK.
See these kids. See these ones. They have already started betraying our homeland, Ghana. As for me, Ghana all the way, because I'm a home girl. But you know, these kids, they adjust so quickly. So it's the UK for them. I think it's about the excitement of experiencing new things, new cultures. They adjust quickly to the weather, to the food. Obviously, they love it in school. You love it in school, right? And they like the system of there's always power, there's always a bus. Even if you don't have a car, you get to where you're going because you can take the bus. The bus system here is trusted. Yeah, so I think, and of course, the kids love winter, especially when it's snowing. It's exciting, isn't it? You don't see that back home.
No.
Back home, the weather is kind of
Just
rainy
rains,
season
yeah.
and dry season. But it's interesting here when it's winter and you're looking forward to snow. And then in the spring, you look forward to the flowers coming out, different flowers, different
Can I say
colors.
something
They
about
look
winter?
so
Ghana.
great. And then there's no winter in Ghana.
No, like something when there's rain. We only use hoodies when we're going somewhere like out. We
Okay.
use hoodies.
Yeah,
Where?
because in Ghana we don't have coats.
Yeah, so in the UK you use coats more often when it's cold. Yeah, and then in the autumn, although autumn is kind of flat, but then it's nice to see the yellow leaves, the yellow and orange leaves falling
Yes.
off on the ground. It looks so beautiful.
But the worst thing is that when they're on the ground and it rains,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
become sticky, right? Yeah, and then during the summer, the most amazing, obviously, because that's what we are used to. The sun, there's beautiful clouds, the weather is nice and warm.
And shirts.
And what?
You can even wear shirts.
Yeah, you can wear shirts, singlet. You go out to play with your scooters, yeah, football. But in winter, you have to stay inside and keep warm, right? Yeah. So, guys,
you go out to play.
exactly. Yeah, but it's too cold, isn't it? So guys, this is some of the differences we've experienced being in the UK, how Ghana is a bit different. Well, let's say obviously different from the UK. Some of the things we've experienced that are obviously different from the boys' point of view. I hope you had fun, guys.
yeah,
Should we do this again?
yeah,
Maybe a different topic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hope you enjoyed this, guys. See you next time on another vlog with another topic. It's bye.
Subscribe.
Yeah, guys.
and leave a comment.
Subscribe to our channel.
And leave a comment.
Leave a comment,
And
like, and most importantly, share our videos. Thanks for sticking around, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Peace out.
Peace out.